Good evening. I will call the July Common Council meeting to order. Thank you all those that are here this evening and those joining us via television at home. Next item on our agenda is the roll call, and looks like everyone is reporting except for Alderperson Young, who notified us in advance she would not be able to attend this meeting. Item number 3, we'll move into the Pledge of Allegiance and followed by a silent prayer in lieu of invocation. Please stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item on our agenda is the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting. Council members, what are your wishes regarding that item? We have a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying no. That passes. Next item on the agenda is the explanation of the visitor speaking procedure. Anyone wishing to address the body this evening may do so on an item that appears on the agenda, following acknowledgement from a council member up here, in which you will be allowed to speak for 5 minutes, and make sure you push the council push button on the microphone if you wish to do so. Item number 6, the report of the Planning Commission meeting held July 1st concerning the agenda is there, and I'll go into the report. There was a motion and a second to approve the Cody Wills CSM, which was the only map and plat received. Motion was carried. Item number 3 on the Planning Commission agenda was the public hearing on Plan 130362, presented by First Baptist Church. Public hearing was held on the request. No one spoke against. Speaking in favor of the request was the member of the First Baptist Church and another adjacent property owner, adjoining property owner. Item 4 was the action on that plan, in which the plan was presented to the commission. The commission motion, and there was a motion and a second to approve the request, and that passed, followed by the adjournment of that commission. Council members, what is your wishes regarding that report? We have a motion. Is there a second? A motion and a second. Any discussion? A motion by Tom, seconded by Scott. Oh, I'm sorry, we're back using the, I forget tonight. It's working, so we'll use it. Second it. Want to hit the purple button. Scott, thank you. Or, there we go. As long as Shane's got it correct. Motion and a second. Any discussion on the Planning Commission report? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Please cast your ballots. And the blue button, Jim. Thank you.
Motion carried, 7 ayes and 0 nays.
Next item on the agenda is item number 7 under new business. Item A, Mayor Ruink's appointment to the McMillan Memorial Library Board of Trustees, attachment number 1. Council members, you should have that in your packet. There are a number of appointees that expired and some reappointees that expressed interest. The first was our alderperson, Scott Kellogg, appointed for a 2-year term expiring 4/21 of 2015. Resident Andrea Galvan, appointed to a 3-year term to replace Beth Klum. Colleen Dickman, reappointed for a 3-year term effective 7/1. Charles Lester, reappointed for a 3-year term effective 7/1 as well. And Ann Zacher, effective 7/1 for a 3-year term. Council members, what are your wishes regarding that item?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. If somebody could second it on their remote, thank you. Any discussion? Alderperson Kirkpatrick?
Just one thing, and
Mhm.
not, I really don't feel like this thing is on. My light's on. It doesn't sound like it's on, but whatever. Just in passing, not necessarily to do with these appointments here, but, just always, an open request to any citizens that want to be involved in whatever part of the city, to, contact an alderman, contact Shane's office, contact the mayor's office, and ask to be placed on the list, that they be considered when these appointments come due. It's great to see a lot of people, still continuing to express interest, reappointed to different positions. But it would also be nice to see other people step forward and say, I think I have something that I could share and that I could add.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Please cast your ballots.
Motion carried, 7 ayes and 0 nays.
Next item on the agenda is the Standing Council Committee reports. Item A is the Finance and Property Committee meeting held July 16th.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I will be reading this for Jean Young, absent this evening. She was also absent, obviously, from the meeting tonight. We met at 4 p.m.
alley between Mead Street, 4th Street South, Elm Street, and Sherman Street. There was a motion and a second to approve the preliminary resolution, and that motion carried. D, 1st Street North between Cherry Street to 200 feet north of Poplar Street. There was a motion and a second to approve the preliminary resolution, and that motion carried. E, 3rd Avenue North between West Grand Avenue and West Jackson Street. There was a motion and a second to approve the preliminary resolution, and that motion carried. F, West Jackson Street between 2nd Avenue North and 3rd Avenue North. There was a motion and a second to approve the preliminary resolution, and that motion carried. Item number 4 in the packets, it's got 2, 3, and 4, but we had those numbers already, I believe, so I think we're up to item 4. Or is it 3? At 4. To review the proposed 2013 Public Works project schedule. Item 5, to review the referral list. And doing that, we removed item 25 from 2010. Item 6 was adjourned. There was a motion and a second to adjourn. The motion carried. The meeting adjourned at 5:30 p.m. With that, Your Honor, I'd move for adoption of the report.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Oh, now Shane's ready. Is there a second again? There we go. Any discussion on the report presented here this evening? Alderperson Kirkpatrick? The audio's out, I guess, on TV anyways.
5:30 p.m.
So the numbering and the adjournment is, that was a quick meeting, Tom.
There, quickest ever I've been at.
I thought I did good.
And sorry I missed that, reading it over at it.
All right.
And reading it now, I missed it, so.
We'll go ahead and get that adjusted for the next month. Any further discussion on the report? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Please cast your ballots.
Motion carried, 7 ayes and 0 nays.
All right, next item on our agenda under the Standing Council Committee reports is item C, the Human Resources Committees, meeting held July 1st and July 15th. Alderperson Nash.
The Human Resources Committee met at 5 p.m. on Monday, July 1st, 2013. All members were present except Alderperson Whirl. Item 1, the meeting was called to order at 5 p.m. Item 2, consider a request to fill an entry-level police officer due to a resignation. Motion was made, seconded. To approve the filling of an entry-level police officer position, the motion carried. Item 3, consider a request to approve revisions to the following human resources policies and procedures: clothing/shoe allowance, military leave, retiree insurance benefit, sick and paid leave. Motion was made and seconded to approve the revisions. The motion carried. The revisions are attached to the report. Item 4, a motion was made and seconded to adjourn the meeting, and the meeting adjourned at 5:15 p.m. The Human Resources Committee also met last night at 5:15 or 5 p.m. In the third floor conference room of City Hall. All members were present. Item 1 called the meeting to order. The meeting was called to order at 5 p.m. Item 2, consider a recommendation for a 2014 HSA contribution amount for city retirees. There was a motion and a second to approve the staff recommendation to fully fund the HSA for retirees in 2014 and provide a prorated funding amount to retirees who will turn age 65 in 2014. Additionally, retirees electing to participate in the HSA will not be allowed to go back into Plan B at this point. That motion carried. Item 3, consider a wage adjustment for a non-union Lowell Center employee. There was a motion and a second to place the Lowell Center volunteer or coordinator / receptionist position into the city's non-union compensation system at a grade 1, step 1, which is $29,300 $66 per year. The position was formerly a grant position paid at $28,475,000 per year. Additional duties have been added to the position and the motion carried. Item 4, discuss staffing needs and requests for the street department and possible creation of a limited-term employee classification and related pay rate. There was a motion by Nash to hold this item over until the next HR committee meeting, seconded by Stack, and the motion carried. Item 5, consider a request to approve the overtime/call-in policy. Motion was made and seconded to approve the overtime call-ins or /call-in policy, compensation policy, and motion carried, and that's attached. Item 6 was adjourned. It was moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned at 5:40 p.m. and now move to approve both of these reports.
Second. Need a
We
second.
have a motion and a second. Jim, if you wouldn't mind hitting the button on your
Yeah, you got it.
remote
That and that.
for Shane up here. Thank you. Any Alderperson Rayom.
Just to add, Your Honor, that I was at the meeting last night, so,
For the record,
for the record.
Alderperson Rayom is attending that meeting last night. Don't see him on the report. Any further discussion? Alderperson Hokamp.
I was just questioning the fact that the Lowell Center volunteer, that was a grant before? Where did that money come from? What grant was that?
From the United Way, I believe.
And they won't sponsor that anymore, right?
They haven't for a while, I guess.
I just thought maybe they would look forward into that. That's another $3,000 coming off of the city
Yeah.
for that position over there.
Well, she's increased her duties over there.
Yeah, right, yeah, but I know, I understand that, but I just mean it's another
yeah,
position
yeah.
for the city.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And that position now is funded from the Raska Senior Association, not any longer. It's coming out of the general fund. Thank you. Any further discussion on the HR committee reports? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Please cast your ballots.
Motion carried, 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Next item on the agenda, item number 9, miscellaneous reports. We've got item A, the treasurer's monthly report for May. The item B, the housing authority held May 22nd. Item C, the Southwood County Airport Commission held June 27th. Item D, the McMillan Library Board of Trustees held May 15th. Item E, the Police and Fire Commission held June 12th. Item F, Waterworks and Lighting Commission held June 12th, the regular meeting. Item G, the city treasurer's reports on investments for May and June. Item H, the Wisconsin Rapids Police Department monthly report for June. Item I, the Wisconsin Rapids Fire Department monthly organizational summary for June. Item J, the Zoning Board of Appeals held July 9th. Item K, Wastewater Treatment Commission held July 3rd. Council members, what are your wishes regarding those reports? Or any discussion of the reports? We have a motion. Is there a second? We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. Please cast your ballots.
Motion carried, 7 ayes and 0 nays.
Item number 10 is items for new business at the August 20th council meeting. There's no items listed under there. Item 11, referral of communications to committees. Is there any referral anyone wishes to make? All right, with that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion, is there a second? Motion to second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you. Thank you for moving up the time this evening as well.